I woke up this morning and saw that Ronnie Radke is suing very popular music reviewer, content creator, Anthony Fantano, suing him for, I think, defamation, like saying things that aren't true. You know, I think a lot of you guys that watch this channel, hi Twitch, we're live on Twitch now, on YouTube later. I like Falling in Reverse's music. I think what Ronnie's doing is great, but we don't often talk about Falling in Reverse and Ronnie Radke on this channel for reasons I've talked about a million times. Nothing to do with like my opinions on them and stuff. I would gladly do it otherwise. But anyways, all of that aside, I want to talk about this today because it involves content creators and like this is wild. And I guess I would, depending on how this video goes, I'm gonna have to watch what I say too. Hopefully I don't get sued over this, but I don't know the full story about what's going on right now. From the tidbits that I saw this morning, I think from my quick, brief skim through of all of this, you'd probably be surprised to know I'll probably side more with Ronnie's argument on this. But I want to check some of this out, and I'm going to go through a couple different things. And right now, I'm going to start with a great go-to for me, which is Rockfeed. I think the guy that runs Rockfeed is one of the best like music metal journalists out there right now. Very fair and unbiased. And I want to start there. But real quick, before we dive in, I just wanted to let you know that this video is sponsored by our friends over at NordVPN. In my opinion, a VPN or a virtual private network is an absolute must for anybody using the internet nowadays. And not just the internet, cell phones as well, especially if you're traveling or if you're in public places. And I do a lot of traveling when I'm on tour, and I have been using NordVPN for multiple years now, every single day on all of my devices. NordVPN is great because they keep my connection and personal information private from other people that may see it online. And to top it off, they're the fastest VPN on the planet. It also helps keep me closer to home while I'm traveling. You can connect to private servers all over the world. So when I'm in different countries, I can connect to the US and I can keep up with all my favorite streaming shows that might not be available in the region that I'm in. And one of my favorite additional features of NordVPN is Threat Protection Pro. This is advanced digital protection that keeps you safe from malware and online threats. And not only that, but it scans all the files you download to see if there's anything wrong with them. If you click a link that's known for phishing scams or it's unsecured, they'll let you know and warn you before you go to that link. And it even has an ad blocker built in, and it works. I've only been home from tour for about 1 week out of this month, August 2024. And as you can see, it's blocked over 1,000 ads and trackers just in the week that I've been home. So if you want to stay safer online at the click of a button, never miss your favorite content, and be safe from malware and other online threats, you can head over to nordvpn.com/TankTheTech or just click the link in the description of this video or the pinned comment. And right now you can take advantage of their 2-year plan and get an additional 4 months free. And the best part, it's absolutely risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. So thank you once again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Thank you to all of you for watching. And now let's jump back in. And for this video, if we do watch any videos that I show on this stream, I probably won't include all of them for time and talking about things, but I will link them in the description of this video. So any video that I watch on here, you can also check out, but let's get into this.
Falling in Reverse frontman Ronnie Radke this week filed a defamation suit in LA County Superior Court against music critic Anthony Fantano, stemming from an August 2023 video that he published on his channel.
In this video, Fantano does not simply express opinions about Radke or merely call him juvenile names such as idiot, dickhead, a sad, chaotic piece of shit, and quite possibly the biggest living piece of trash in the world of rock music. Wow. Among other sophomoric insults. Rather, Fantano's nearly 8-minute verbal tirade regarding Radke, whom the defendant does not know and has never even met, goes beyond the bounds of permissible commentary and extends well into the realm of actionable innuendo, unfounded rumor mongering, and outright untruth. Okay, so just from that piece of legal legislation right there, that tells me that whatever they're suing Fantano for, he was actually saying outright lies and not just insulting Ronnie. So if they legally filed this, there's evidence. I don't think I've seen the video that they're talking about, but let's continue.
The lawsuit centers on a video uploaded to Fantano's channel called "This guy sucks," on August 20th, 2023. Radke's lawyer says his client repeatedly asked Fantano to take the video down, but after refusing to do so, they feel they have no other choice but to file the suit.
I think you guys would be surprised to know how many artists actually will message content creators or like check their social medias and stuff like that. Like, I've interacted with enough musicians that I don't personally know that I would be definitely, I like believe that for sure. Like, Ronnie probably did reach out to Fantano and said, dude, you need to take this down. And he didn't.
From singer Andy Cizek that's displayed on screen in the video. It says the quote was
I do remember this.
Mr. Cizek posted on or around March 10th, 2023. He called Mr. Radke the Bill Cosby of alt music.
I actually remember that happening because I remember messaging Nick Nocturnal and being like, because, you know, him and Andy are in Termina together. And I'm like, yo, what the f is Andy getting into right now? Because this is not going to end well. And apparently, like, I remember shortly after, Andy deleted all of his tweets at Ronnie, and like, I guess they settled whatever beef they were having, but I do remember all of this very well.
Mr. Cizek quickly took down his defamatory tweet. The suit added, Fantano nevertheless republished the same libel months after Mr. Cizek deleted it, displaying the quote on screen. The filing then focuses on this portion of the video in question.
Whether he's using his Twitter page to harass and shut down people, trying to talk about their experiences.
As he speaks these words into the camera, Fantano simultaneously displayed on the screen entirely falsified accusations about Mr. Radke, made last year by an Australian woman named Brie Jamieson.
I actually remember this whole specific thing now. There was an Australian girl that claimed that like Ronnie like choked her and threw her into a van or something like that. And like he went after her on Twitter, like calling her a liar. And like, as I would assume most people would, especially if that thing wasn't true. Like, he definitely went after her pretty hard. I wouldn't say that what he was doing was harassing her, like Fantano had just said. He seemed like he was very aggressively defending himself from how I remember it.
Ms. Jamieson voluntarily deleted the above referenced tweet, as well as others about Radke. Speaking through legal counsel, Ms. Jamieson indicated that she does not currently intend to make any further public comments about Radke. The suit continues. Immediately following his republication of Ms. Jamieson's libel in the video, Fantano then displays on screen false and defamatory quotes by a woman named Caitlin Casey Boswell, as well as Levi Rounds, along with the headline from a June 10, 2015 article on the Metal Sucks website. Above the three images, Fantano writes, "These are separate allegations." They were not. The attorney notes, "The police did not arrest Radke. The prosecutor did not charge Radke. Radke was not required to post bail. No restrictions were placed on Radke's movements." Radke later sued the accuser, with the judge entering a judgment in Radke's favor in July of 2016. But the suit contends that Fantano made no mention of the fact that Radke was vindicated in a courtroom. The suit alleges that Fantano acted with malice and knew at the time he made the defamatory statements that they were false, or acted with reckless disregard for the truth or falsity of his statements.
That is actually one thing that I have actually defended Ronnie for. Like, whenever I've seen people be like insulting his character and attacking him and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, you guys forget that like these cases were thrown out and he actually won countersuits over all of this stuff in a court of law. So in the eyes of the law, like, he literally did nothing wrong in those cases. So let's be 100% honest here. I mean, it's and just say Ronnie Radke and Falling in Reverse are good click material for content. I mean, we're doing a video on it right now. And a lot of content creators know that. And a lot of content creators also like to cause their own drama and controversy because those kind of clicks sell. Like, the one thing I've talked about with other content creators is like, drama sells on YouTube and stuff. That's why people like say outlandish things and act goofy and stuff like that. Like, that's why you're like, political reaction pages are so big right now, because that stuff is so controversial. Like, we've seen music reactors pivot to political reactions, and those channels are blowing up because people like to watch just crazy dramatic content. What I've noticed with Fantano at times is that, yes, he is very negative and he does say crazy stuff because that's what his audience expects of him and that's what's getting clicks and stuff like that. But with all the stuff that was said in this, and I remember a lot of this, like when it happened in real time, I never saw Fantano's video, but if it was worded the way that it was, yeah, Ronnie's going to win this suit for sure, because you can't make false accusations against somebody like that without proof. Now, Ronnie gets stuff thrown at him all the time. I've even said before, he's got to be the most attacked person in music at this current point in time. And I don't agree with the way that he may defend himself at times and respond to people on the internet, but put yourself in his shoes. Every single day you get on the internet, there's somebody talking shit about you or accusing you of something that you are saying did not happen. That shit would be so draining, dude. It would probably be just mentally debilitating. I couldn't imagine having to deal with that every single day of my life. So there are times where like, I kind of get his anger at that point. He's probably just so tired of dealing with this that, you know, on his current tour right now, I saw that he's like on their video wall, he has like TikToks of people that are like talking shit about him and stuff, which my personal opinion, I don't think I would do that if I was an artist, but I mean, this is his way of dealing with it. Just probably mentally handling people attacking him nonstop. Fantano is a critic. That's his job. He has an opinion. Yeah, but there's a huge difference between an opinion, like I just said, like I don't like the way Ronnie talks to people and I don't agree with what he said, or accusing him of doing something illegal that didn't happen. That's completely different. Like that's, you're going from giving an opinion to slander and defamation legally. Like that's a huge difference. Yeah, them from Frolics just said in chat, he should do a better job fact checking in that case. Sure, I agree with that. If Fantano wants to make a video about his opinion on a person that he's formed over things he's read, then maybe he should fact check that a little more, because in the last 15 minutes we've been recording, we can clearly Google things and find that they're not true. But anyways, there was another video that I saw here. I don't know how much of this we're going to include, but this says Ronnie Radke is suing everyone, including Anthony Fantano. But this was released 2 months ago. According to the Rockfeed thing we just saw, it said that he filed against Fantano like 2 days ago. So curious to see this.
Ronnie Radke has been going wild on social media, Parrot and Cowboy Hat included, and is firing back at a number of his haters. There's few certainties in life. One is that every day the sun will rise, and the other is when a Fall in Reverse video drops, you know damn well Anthony Fantano is going to be hopping on his channel to completely shit on it. But the criticism doesn't just stop at the music level, as on multiple occasions, Fantano turns a music review into basically what is a hit piece on Ronnie's personal character, instead of the music that's in front of him, and it seems like Ronnie has had enough.
Sir, this makes you liable in court. I will sue the ever-living beep out of your ass. Do you understand that? You don't realize that. I will use every last dollar. Dude, you think Activision is a scary monster that was suing you. I am the one that knocks, homie. This man has made a whole career off of his arrogance and narcissism, thinking that anybody actually cares about your opinion other than Andrew Tate fan.
I mean, to be 100% honest, he's not wrong. I mean, I think we all know that is Anthony's entire shtick, is just taking things that are genuinely like loved by a lot of people and just shitting on them. So like, he's not wrong here.
Another on Ronnie's hit list was Vizzy, seemingly over a video in which Ronnie was literally the center of attention in a thumbnail for a video titled 1 Hour of Evil Musicians. And this is how Ronnie responded to finding that video.
Hi, I got another video. I'm gonna make this quick. Vizzy, 1 hour of evil musician stories. You hear people be like, oh, Ronnie, let it go, man. I see you just like constantly defending yourself all the time. No, dude. It teaches people to be docile, and it lets these musicians and YouTubers and all that stuff get like money off of false allegations and fake stuff, because they know that that's going to raise their view count up, and it's unacceptable. So I'm gonna do it till the day I die. I'm gonna defend my name and my honor. Anyway, man, you guys can do whatever you want. You can make videos about me. You can say false shit. I will always, till the day I die, defend myself, and I will take your asses fucking down, dude. You think I'm playing, dude? You ain't gonna tell everyone fake shit, so then another person tells another person, and then eventually everybody thinks that.
Ronnie didn't stop there though. He took to his Insta stories to tell Vizzy he was being sued and told him he had 3 hours to take the video down, to which Vizzy then responded with his own video.
I'm gonna try to make this video short and sweet just because I don't want to kill your time. Ronnie discovered this video I made that involves him, and I'm not gonna lie, it's packaged a specific way for clickbait, and he's never actually committed any someone else did. So yeah, I think that first half, I think it should be forgiven. That's a tough one. Make your own opinion. I don't even know myself. I didn't really look too deep into the story.
That's a problem. If you're gonna do a video talking about like 1 hour of stories about evil musicians, blah blah blah, or you're gonna talk about something that serious about allegations of somebody, you need to dig deep into it. Like, you have to do your research. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like this guy or Fantano that are just saying things that aren't true, and you're gonna get sued. So dude, I'm sorry. I have no sympathy for content creators that are throwing stuff out there and like, oh, I didn't really dig into it that much. Because the problem that creates is, and I really believe, like we were just talking to, like the mob mentality with Ronnie, the problem that creates is that you put out a video with false information or misleading information or untruths. People watch shit on the internet and then they just repeat it. It's like the boomers on Facebook that share every goddamn thing they see that is like goes with their confirmation bias. 90% of that stuff is not true, but people see it and then they think it is, and then they repeat it, and then those people repeat it. As a content creator, even if you don't consider yourself a journalist, you absolutely should have the responsibility to make sure the things that you are saying are accurate. When you have people that are watching your channel and respect your opinion and the things you're saying, if you say things that aren't true, those people will repeat those things. And that is a major big problem.
It seems Vizzy's response didn't exactly go down too well with Ronnie either, as he posted a screenshot of the video and what I can only assume is an email to his lawyer further threatening legal action. This is hard for me because I'm mutuals with both of them, and I genuinely don't think Vizzy maliciously intended to clickbait Ronnie.
Yes, he did. He straight up said he packaged it as clickbait. 1 hour of evil musician stories, Ronnie Radke's face right in the center. That was intentional. Yeah, I've kind of already said what I wanted to say while we were going through this, but I do want to leave off this video by, I'll preface the same thing right now that I said the first time I ever did a Falling in Reverse reaction. It seems like everybody on the planet has a Ronnie Radke story, but I really don't. Because I don't know the guy. Like, all I know of this guy is what I see on him on social media. I've never met him in person. I've never been on tour with him. I've never been around him. I do know people that have been around him, and it might surprise you to know, I've never really heard bad things. I have been told by people that are like close to his circle that, yes, he can be a hothead, but a lot of people can. But I've never heard like horrible things about this guy from anybody that's been on tours with him. Quite the opposite. A lot of bands that have been on tour with them have said they've been treated fantastic, and he has been a very nice guy. I will say again, I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with a lot of his opinions on things. I don't like the way that he does go after people on social media. But at this current point in time, I think I can understand it. I think I understand where he's coming from. And this goes back to what I said before. Just imagine that every day of your life, just people all over the internet, YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagram people, whatever, are just going after you all the time. He's probably, actually not even probably, he's clearly over it. I would be too. Like, that shit sucks. We've talked about it before, but I'll tell the story really quick for people that may be watching this for the first time or don't know. But like, I did have a negative experience with Ronnie on Instagram because I made a joke at his expense and he did not take it very well. It was when they canceled a couple shows because of his voice and the arenas they were in were cold. And I made a joke saying that it was a strong David Lee Roth move. And looking back on it now, I will fully admit that it was probably in bad taste to say that looking at it from the outside, but I didn't mean it as a super insult. Cause like when I toured with Van Halen, David Lee Roth would do the same thing, dude. If the arenas were too cold and it messed with his voice and stuff, like, he would not go on stage, because vocalists have it harder than any other musician in a band. Just think about all the days that you wake up with like a scratchy throat, or temperature and environment can mess with you and stuff like that. So me saying that it was a strong David Lee Roth move was me, from my personal experience just touring with Van Halen, trying to make a joke. And Ronnie did DM me and was not happy that I made that joke. And I apologized to him. I even took the comment down and I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I did not mean it this way. And I don't think he believed me, because he was very, very clearly upset in messages, and he blocked me on socials and stuff. But this was like a year ago. And talking to some people that know him and looking back on this whole situation now, I can understand why he probably thought I was attacking him, because everyone else does. And I will, again, fully admit that was not my intention. I absolutely respect the guy as an artist and what he's doing in music and stuff. But again, I don't know him on a personal level. So I have nothing to say about the guy's character other than what I've seen on social media. So yeah, it's a learning opportunity for sure. Like, especially that was a situation that has taught me to, like, there are many times on Instagram now where I type out a content or a comment, and then I think about it for a second and think about how other people could take it or stuff like that. And then sometimes I don't post things. So yeah, it was an opportunity to just kind of think about it like somebody else is thinking about it. And again, just to repeat, looking back on it now, I can understand why he was on the defensive thinking that I was attacking him, because everyone else clearly does. But this whole thing is wild, dude. Like I think they said the court date with Fantano is set for December. Very curious to see how that goes. I don't know anything about law. I will straight up say that right now. But I mean, from what we've read and what we've seen, dude, if Fantano doesn't take that video down, which, I mean, has he already? Now that this news has been out? No, he has not taken it down. The video is still up. His video titled "This Guy Sucks," uploaded a year ago, 413,000 views. It's still up. Damn, if I was getting sued for something, I think the first thing I would do is probably take that video down. But who knows? Maybe with Fantano's personality, he's like trying to prove his own point or something and being like, I'm not taking it down. Like, I don't know, dude. The whole situation is crazy, but I'm from a legal standpoint, I'm curious to see how it goes. Like I said, from what we've seen, I bet Ronnie has a better case to win this than it being thrown out. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, on one hand, I really gotta say, I almost sympathize for Ronnie in these situations. He's gotten to a point where now all he can do is just sue people for saying bad things about him, because everybody keeps accusing him of things that are untrue. It's wild, dude. It's just absolutely crazy. But in another weird way, and I don't mean to turn this into another discussion, but this is the world we live in right now, dude. Everybody online is saying untruths about things or people and stuff like that. And it's become such the norm that I don't think anybody expects that there's going to be consequences. It's like Mike Tyson has a funny, famous quote about social media where, hold on, I'm going to look it up so I don't misquote it. He said, social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Dude, it's true. Like, look at social media right now, dude. People say the most outlandish stuff ever, and there's no consequences for anything people are saying. But with this, looks like there's going to be some consequences, so we'll see. Anyways, that's going to wrap up this one. We'll see how this gets edited. We've been recording for like 40 minutes, and I don't think this is, I'm going to release a whole 40 minutes. But thank you guys, everybody that's on Twitch, for being here live. I appreciate it a ton. If you're watching on YouTube later and you'd like to join us on Twitch for live stuff, you can go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech. I'm also on a ton of different social media. @TankTheTech is my handle on just about everything, so you can follow me along while I'm on tour and stuff like that. But until next time, wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will see you very soon.